1986 was a big year for London. A brand new railway route connecting Bedford to Brighton through the heart of London was set to be opened. But what's a route without trains? This is where the Class 319 comes into play. We will cover the history of these units in this video. Subscribe and enjoy. The Class 319s were constructed by BREL's Works in York in two batches, and in 1987 and 1988 and in 1990. They were built as 319-0s all the way through to 319-4s. Standard seats in the 319s were in a 3+2 layout, apart from the -2 variants which are converted -0s to run express services from London Victoria to Brighton. The -2s also had a 2+2 seating layout. Many of the Class 319's early days were spent working on the Thameslink line between Bedford and Brighton, and the Class 319-3s also worked on the shorter distance Luton to Sutton and Wimbledon services. Upon the privatisation of Britain's railways in 1997, the Class 319s are split between two operators. Thameslink, not to be confused with the current one, inherited 66 319s for all services on the new operators' lines. Connex South Central also got 20 319-2s for their express services. Connex was replaced by Southern in 2001, and they ditched all their units to the new Thameslink and Great Northern operator called First Capital Connect to run their core routes alongside the Class 377 Electrostars. In 2011, a train manufacturer known as Siemens Mobility were called upon for a contract to build 8 and 12-car Class 700 trains to replace the 319s and some 377s on core Thameslink routes. In 2016, these trains entered service, and the final 6 319s eventually left Thameslink on the 27th of August 2017. And this would be the end of the 319s, if two operators didn't see potential in these units. Previously, in 2015, 20 Class 319-3s were taken up by Northern Rail to operate new services using the AC overhead wires to places such as Liverpool Lime Street, Manchester Airport, Crewe, and later Wigan North Western and Blackpool North. These services were rebranded as Northern Electrics. Elsewhere in 2015, an operator called London Midland were on the case looking for a train to replace their 7 Class 321s on services out of London Euston to St Albans Abbey. In the end, they got 7 Class 319s to replace the 321s, and when West Midlands Trains took over, they actually loaned in extra 319s to cover for the 350-1s and -3s whilst they had a refurbishment. The Northern 319s were absorbed into Arriva Rail North, and after a 4-year period, the government-owned Northern Trains took over. In the 2020s, the end for the Class 319 was swift. For the Northern units, it was announced that Northern would be taking on 17 extra Class 323s for West Midlands trains after their 323s had been replaced by new Class 730s. The Class 323s would replace the 319s on services out of Liverpool, with the Blackpool North services being taken on by Class 331-1s. Speaking of the 730s, they are also replaced the remaining LNWR units, as well as some Class 350-2s. The LNWR units were taken on service on the 27th of November 2023, and the Northern units on the 2nd of January 2024. And that was it for the 319s on passenger services. There are also 3 conversions of the 319 I should mention, being the Class 768, the Class 769, and the Class 799. The 799 is unique as it runs on hydrogen fuel. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!